Hey guys, what's going on? It's Josh here with Take 'Em TV, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make an amazing jerk rig / decoy spreader system for only $20. Alright guys, so right here we have the entire system that I am talking about. This right here is a 4-foot decoy spreading system that you can also use as a jerk rig just with a pull line off this little bottom top knot right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how this all goes together here real quick, and then we'll get into the build video. So right here, this is going to be your anchor line, just coming off. You can use it to wrap it up, keeps everything nice and tight. And then from there, you just take your 2-foot PVC and you start plugging them all in. Alright, so there we go. In 10 seconds, we have a decoy spreader that's also going to double as a jerk rig system. And here's the build video. Alright, so everything that we're going to need to make this DIY decoy spreader jerk rig system is all laid out right here. Right here we have 2 pieces of 5-foot paracord. And then right here we have 4 pieces of 1/2-inch PVC pipe. They are 2 feet in length. And then we have our middle joint system right here. This is going to be the T-intersect where they all connect. And then attached onto that we have roughly about 6 or 7 feet of paracord. And then we have about 10 ounces of weight right here. You can use whatever. This is just something I had laying around, so I threw it on here. Depending on if it's windy or not, you might want to add more weight. Just helps. Also depends on what size decoys you're running. That also helps too for the weight. And then we have 4 end caps with 1 singular hole drilled in them. And then we have some number 3 size snap swivels. This is what we're going to use to tie the paracord onto to attach the decoys to this system. And then right here we have the pull system, the jerk line, and we're going to be using a carabiner to attach this all. So that way this system is completely separate from the string system, and it just makes your life a lot easier. So the basic way that this is all going to go together is you're just going to take your PVC and you're going to press it in on the ends, and then you're going to want to take your 5-foot piece of paracord and fish it all the way through to the other side. Might take a little bit. Alright, so now it's coming through on both ends. And you can see this is just going to sit right underneath the water. But now what we're going to do is just poke those through the end caps. Push the end cap on. Do the same thing to this side. And now this is technically one side ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to repeat for this other side until we get the cross section made up. Okay, so now that we have the basic structure done right here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and tie on each end of the paracord. Is going to get one of these number 3 snap swivels right here, and this is how the decoy is going to attach to the system. So I would definitely make sure that you tie a pretty decent knot on it, just so that way you aren't losing your decoy. And if you want, you don't necessarily have to use 550 paracord like I am in this build. You can use something a little bit thinner. Just this is what I like to use. It's just a little bit tougher, especially being in Iowa during duck season. It does get pretty cold. We have a lot of ice buildup sometimes too, so using this thicker cord to me doesn't seem to bother the ducks too much. And it's just kind of like a peace of mind kind of thing. So I just got that side done. And then just gonna go ahead and tie this side on quick. So there you go. I went ahead, I just tied a little half hitch on there. It's not gonna go anywhere. These decoys aren't gonna come off with that. I can almost guarantee it. If you wanna do a little bit of extra safety, you could always trim the paracord right there, melt it down onto the knot. It'll never come off then. So it's nice thing about this paracord also, you can melt it, you can fuse it, it's always going to stay strong. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get these other two snap swivels put on these other side, and then I'll be right back with you guys. So I just got all the snap swivels tied on all four ends, and this is what I absolutely love about this jerk rig setup. So now that everything's tied on, and we only drilled singular holes in these caps, so now everything is attached together. So you can just take this, pull it right apart, and for ease of storage, I mean, this is just crazy. So here's your entire 4 foot spreader jerk rig system in, you know, a 2 foot by 4 foot section. You take your weights, you wrap it all up, it's not going anywhere. When you get lake, you want to go and deploy the system, you literally just plug them all right back into it, and the whole system's all set up and ready to go. So this system right here, for ease of use, for durability, and for the price on your wallet, I mean $20 is just unbeatable. So right now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw some decoys on here real quick. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. I know I'm kind of in a shaded area, but this is the system with decoys on it. There's hanging on those snap swivels right there. Like I was talking about in the last clip, when you're done and you're ready to go home for the day, you just pull these pipes right out of the cross. You can leave the decoys on. You can even leave that one pipe connected right there. Go ahead, take your anchor line, twirl it all up on here. Right here, including the decoys, you have a 4 foot spreader system, also doubling as a jerk rig system with your hand line that's separate, all packed up in a little tiny package. If you want to just carry this in, say you're doing some kayak hunting, this is great. I mean, you can put out a whole spread on one line carrying one thing in. It's pretty awesome for this entire system on how it works and everything. But right now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get my waders on, I'm gonna walk down to the lake, and I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like in the water, some of the different movements with it, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got our waders on. For anybody wondering, I do wear Tide waders. Worn them for 2 years now. Same pair, never had a problem, never had any holes. For $100, I think they're the best waders out there, honestly. But okay guys, I'm just gonna go over the system again right here really quick. It's all broke down, and literally all what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the decoys, we're gonna shove them right into the pipe. Just like that, the whole spreader system's done. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk out there probably 10-15 feet. I'm gonna take the little jerk rig line that I have made also out there with me, shove that down on top of my waders, and I'll show you guys how it floats, how it looks in the water, and the overall action of, I guess, this spreader system. So let's get going. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys out here real quick. We got the jerk line, or the jerk string, just running on the bottom. That black paracord blends in pretty well. Right now our water is super clear, and like the last month we've had almost 20 inches of rain. And this lake alone, I think last year we were hunting it and the shore was probably right where these ducks are right now. But this is the whole system underwater, as you guys can see. Those ducks are just keeping that held up ever so slightly. And those PVC pipes are full of water, so it is also helping hold the ducks in place. Now, if you wanted to, you could always take another attachment system and attach it on that end and make this into, you know, a 6 duck or an 8 duck spreading system. But overall, for the ease and the durability of this system and how easy it was to put out and how easy and cheap it was to build, this thing is pretty awesome right here. Now, I know a lot of you guys might comment and say, well, the ducks are going to see that PVC down there from up above. And to answer that question, I honestly don't know. Most of our lakes during hunting season look like this. They look like chocolate milk. So I couldn't tell you if that PVC right there would bother the ducks, or if it needs to be painted more, or if it needs to be darker or what. But overall, this system works. It looks great. It keeps all the decoys spread apart in unison, and especially for moving them on a jerk rig system, it looks great. It works awesome. The only downside to this lake in particular is it is not deep. As you can tell, I'm not even knee deep in water. So if this was in, let's say, a 3 feet, 4 feet of water, I think this system would look amazing. The ducks would move. Right here, you can see them all kind of moving with the wind. All in unison, all together. And that's the beauty of this system right here. But like I was saying, was if this was in some deeper water, you would get that anchor system to pull back more on the ducks themselves. And it would look 10 times better when using it as a jerk rig setup. But just letting the wind blow these decoys around right here, I mean, you can tell it's just moving them all together like it was designed to. And I think that is honestly the true beauty of this system. And it's so easy, it's so cheap. Everybody should be doing it. But we'll get to the videos of me pulling the line here quick so you guys can see the movement of the jerk rig itself. But overall, I just wanted to come out here and get a close-up of these ducks and the system underwater, so that way you could see what it looks like from an up view for the ducks, and just watching the ducks move up close. I mean, they look pretty lively, and it does look good. So all right, well, you can kind of see it there, right over there on the corner of the camera. But that right there is the decoy system out there. They're all sitting right in a little pattern. I'm gonna try and zoom in for you guys here a little bit, so that way you can watch them swim here when I start pulling on this jerk rig line. Give you the overall motion of them and everything. So I'm just gonna go give it a couple pulls, and you'll just kind of watch them float around basically. Just give it a little bit of movement. So now overall, in my opinion, I think this looks great. Our water is low here, so I'm only dealing with about 2 feet of water at most. As to where this system would really thrive in some like deeper 3 to 4 feet of water to get the decoys to pull back, to get more movement off of the anchor line. But just for getting ducks to move out in the spread, this system works pretty well. I mean, I'm getting 4 ducks at one time. All move. Like just little movements out there. You can get them all to dance. and then you can give them big pulls if you want. But overall, this system works pretty effectively. And here in the Midwest, a lot of our early season ducks respond to movement over than calling. But I just wanted to share this with you guys so that way you guys can go out there, you guys can make these for yourselves, you guys can implement this super simple, super cheap system, and you guys can get out there and shoot some ducks. With that being said, thank you for watching this episode of Take 'em TV. Please leave a like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm loving doing these videos so far for you guys, and I'm liking how you guys are giving me feedback on some things as well. One thing I do ask is please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Let's blow this channel up. Let's get it out there for people to watch, for people to see. I'd love to make more content for you guys every single day. And I can make more things like this every single day. With that being said, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.